There's this here. Alright, so one of the squad tweeted that and I just happened to come across it. Okay, 9 days ago, Andrew Tate was chatting shit about Meghan Markle, and now he's been cooked by Greta Thunberg and arrested by the Romanian authorities on trafficking charges. Every tongue raised against my sister falls. Alright, so she retweeted this. Let me read all the things leading up to it, up to the video. Alright, of course, Piers Morgan had to bring up Meghan Markle to Andrew Tate, the man utterly obsessed. Any excuse for these grotty misogynists to circle jerks about how much they hate women. What in the name? It's a thread. What in the name? Alright, so let's see what he had to say. It's 2 minutes and 44 seconds. I'm gonna stop in between. Alright.
What about the issue of race? And I mentioned that in the context of the Harry and Meghan ongoing debate, their war with the royal family, war against the monarchy, their specific,
first of all,
constant.
Harry and Meghan is not waging any war against anybody. Okay, each time somebody open their mouth about them, now that they're not a working royals, okay, they're responding back so people could know the truth. It's not a war. So if from this point on, as I'm saying this right now, if the tabloid, Piers Morgan, or anybody else don't say anything about Harry and Meghan, you're not gonna hear anything follow that, because they need to tell the truth, because you guys are trying to smear their names, their character. All right, so let's continue. So I just want to make this clear.
Referencing to the fact that they believe they were driven out of here because of racism in Britain. What do you make of that debate?
That's absolute fallacy.
And you're from a mixed race
correct
background yourself.
Correct. I'm from a mixed race background myself, and while we're discussing the leaders of the UK, although I do think they're doing a terrible job, it's kind of hard for Meghan to say that the UK is a racist country when the leader of the UK is darker skinned than her and the mayor of London is darker skinned than her, and I am a
Nah, this is just a batch job after the people already messed up. Okay, messed up the economy, did their Brexit and all of that, and then they threw him as a face to take the blame. I said that before. He's gonna be blamed for everything that happened in the UK. He think he's in good, Rishi Sunak or something like that. He's gonna be blamed for everything. All right, but the UK seems to have short-term memory, and they're gonna buy it up and eat it up. But anyway, what I mean by that is that they're gonna buy it as if Rishi, I think that's his name, the current Prime Minister of UK as of December 30th, 2022. Though I think he is Indian descent or something like that. All right, they're gonna blame him for that, and then the people of the UK gonna buy it up, and they forgot all the lies that they were told to vote themselves out of the European Union. But okay, but let's listen.
who's probably darker skinned than her, and I've never experienced any kind of bigotry against myself besides the fact I'm a straight male. Never experienced any kind of bigotry against myself besides the fact I'm a straight male. Besides the fact I'm a straight male. Besides the fact I'm a straight male. Besides the fact I'm a straight male.
In my life, 'cause you make me come to life every time I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you?
Besides the fact I'm a straight male.
I'm crashing right into you. I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you?
Besides the fact I'm a straight male.
Falling, can you hear me calling for you? Yeah, I'm free falling. I'ma keep on falling for you. I'm free.
Besides the fact I'm a straight male.
All that you do, can't you see that I'm crashing right into you? I've never felt so alive in my life, 'cause you make me come to life every time I'm free. Oh, and I'm loving all that you do. Can't you see I'm free? Can't you see that I'm crashing right into you?
And I've never experienced any kind of bigotry against myself besides the fact I'm a straight male. I'll get bigotry for that before I'll get bigotry for my skin color.
What
I
the
think it's just
hell?
a cop out and her not wanting to be perspicacious and self-reflective enough to understand that she has attacked an age-old institution, and there are people who are very patriotic about that institution, and by attacking it and bringing a degree of distaste to it, there's going to be people who don't like her. And if you're a dislikable person, you can't just instantly stand up and say it's because of my skin color. It might be because of your actions and some of the things you've said.
I mean, I think there's probably no doubt she's...
What the hell? Some of the things that she said throughout the time she was in the UK, her mouth was shut. Her mouth was shut because they told her to shut her mouth. But there was articles after articles non-stop every day till now. They still talking about her. And look at you talking about her out of no reason.
Do you not remember?
I was called by the Sun newspaper. If you don't know what the Sun is, it's sort of
got the topless girl on page 3. That's all you need
and
to
they
know.
called me about a month ago to ask if I'd write about how Meghan was like Wallace. Ask if I'd write about how Meghan was like Wallace and how Meghan was going to destroy the royal family and how Meghan was going to Meghan was going to destroy the royal family, and the arguments between Meghan and Kate. And I said, I'm really sorry, I'm just not privy to all of this. I don't think I could do it. And the commissioning editor was really twisting my arm to write this article and say, but you could say, couldn't you, that X happened, and you could say that she's fired all her staff, and you could say that Kate has said this. And I said, well, I'm really sorry, I don't know that, I can't do it. And this conversation went on for about half an hour, and I didn't write the article, but it just gives you an insight into how this whole thing is being, you know, the flames are being fanned by the media.
But okay.
He's had racism on social media because it's...
Who hasn't, Pierce?
It's assessed.
You probably have.
Well, as I said just now, I've had death threats on social media, and no one seemed to care very much.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's depending on what you said to whoever it is. I don't appreciate people doing this type of things, but you guys seems to encourage those type of things. Look at that lady from Sister Space. The moment she spoke out about her situation at the palace, I think it was Buckingham Palace, you guys bombarded her with all sort of nonsense on her post where she had to shut her thing down. All right, so, but anyway.
But I think that's probably inarguable. My issue with what they've both been doing is if you're going to make allegations against an institution like the royal family and the monarchy, you've got to actually provide some evidence. You can't just spray gun this thing.
Well, if you guys had leave her alone, she would not have to speak to defend herself. If you think it's an allegation, the same way she had called the newspaper to court because they intercept her thing, you guys could do the same thing. If you feel like she's saying something that's not true, she's defaming the institution or whatever, go call her to court. This is why the court system is for. And then she will prove her case there.
It's pretty wild memory, but awesome.
You just explain, what was the significance on the witness statement from Ed Verity, better known as Ted Verity?
Ted Verity, the editor of the Mail on Sunday, said in his signed witness statement, said in his signed witness statement that he had been given information that helped support Associated's case. He said this information came from a senior palace source.
Jason obviously would have then gone to William and Kate.
And he said in his witness statement this was, quote, not gossip or tittle-tattle.
What does that mean?
It's pretty wild memory, but awesome.
What it means is that a senior figure in the royal household,
Jason obviously would have then gone to William and Kate,
according to Mail on Sunday, was passing him information in order to help defeat the Duchess's case.
My issue with what they've both been doing is if you're going to make allegations against an institution like the royal family and the monarchy.
In his signed witness statement.
Got it? Let's do better.
You've got to actually provide some evidence. You can't just spray gun this thing out there and say, well, somebody was racist.
Yeah, and airing dirty laundry is never going to be respected by the populace. And being a tattletale is never going to be respected by the populace. And I think the problem with the modern world we're living in is a lot of age-old traditions are being destroyed in real time. It doesn't matter what the tradition is. Most of them are being eroded. And something like the British royal family, which has been around for a very long time, is an age-old tradition. One of the things holding the UK together...
I think the British monarchy is so strong, despite the fact that so many monarchies in Europe have died.
I think the British are more liberal in their outlook, and I think instead of... Most of the monarchies in Europe were really destroyed by their greatest and most ardent supporters. Most of the monarchies in Europe were really destroyed by their greatest and most ardent supporters.
Got it?
Monarchies in Europe were really destroyed by their greatest and most ardent supporters.
I need to stop somewhere. If they look into his past, maybe they could learn and try to not repeat the same thing. I have a video where I talk about Prince Philip's history. Okay, so that's that. Let's listen.
The most reactionary people who somehow or other try to hold on to something without letting it develop into change.
The last things we have to sit and...
The most reactionary people who somehow or other try to hold on to something without letting it develop into change.
Holding the UK together, one of the last things we have to sit and...
So why are they messing it up themselves? The institution is messing it up itself. You got the pedophile, you got Charles getting a bag full of cash for what? I still don't have I don't know why he has that bag full of cash. And you have people working for William inserting themselves into Meghan's lawsuit when they have absolutely nothing to do with it. So they're destroying themselves.
Detriment it and to sit and insult it and to give away secrets from inside of it and try and paint a negative image of it is...
The secret is that those people, the newspaper, okay, if this is what he's making reference to, the newspaper should leave him alone. Should leave Harry and Meghan alone because he's just saying how it works. And it's not like it's a secret anymore because this is exactly what we've been saying for years since I've been looking into it. So it just make it confirming to me this is how it works. What secret? What other thing? Did Harry disclose anything besides the newspaper, how the royal voter works? This is the only thing that I think he has talked about. Anything else, I don't know.
It's going to upset a lot of people, and you have to be prepared for that backlash. You can't say I've done things that upset people, but it's nothing to do with what I've done. It's purely because of my skin color.
Okay,
also,
so
it's kind
this is making reference to the institution because this is what the institution is pretty much is all about.
Ironic that she's doing that because she's not particularly dark-skinned. It's kind of funny to sit her.
I mean, look,
watch her sit and say,
yeah,
race.
I think the truth is I don't know what. Look, you can say that. I can't.
It's pretty wild memory, but awesome.
This woman existed, all the alarm bells rang at Buckingham Palace, and I could almost hear them saying, pull the shutters down. It's an invasion.
She's mixed race. She's mixed race. Look, you can say that. I can't. She's mixed race. She's American. She's a divorcee, actress. Those are 4 ticks. Look, you can say that. I can't. She's mixed race. She's American. She's a divorcee, actress. Those are 4 ticks. Look, you can say that. I can't. Ticks. No member of the royal family, the senior members, ever thought they would see having to be ticked when it came to Harry's bride.
All the things that frightened the royal family.
She's mixed race. She's American. She's a divorcee, actress. Those are 4 ticks.
Have suddenly arrived on their doorstep. I can hear Diana laughing now.
Meghan's marrying into a family which has, to put it mildly, a dodgy track record on race. Meghan's marrying into a family which has, to put it mildly, a dodgy track record on race. Look, you can say that. I can't. It's not Meghan Markle's problem. It's their problem. I mean, look,
watch her sit and say,
yeah,
race.
I think the truth is I don't know what. Look, you can say that. I can't. The reality of it is, I just don't know what the specifics of the racism she says she's had because we've not seen any evidence.
The universe is a funny place, Piers.
Oh.
If you're looking for something, you're going to find.
Knowing that what we know now, a couple of days later, since this was recorded, there is. You tap onto the universe just responded to you.
Find it.
All right, let me respond it.
Funny to sit here.
I mean, look,
watch her sit and say,
yeah,
race.
I think the truth is I don't know what. Look, you can say that. I can't. The reality of it is, I just don't know what the specifics of the racism she says she's had, because we've not seen any evidence.
The universe is a funny place, Piers. If you're looking for something, you're going to find it.
Hey, there it is. All right, let's see here. There's that. Let's see some of the comment. That was back then. So I don't want to go back into what happened back then, 5 hours ago. So I'm going back to the retweet of that. Okay, so there's this here. Okay, the power of Meghan remains strong. Tory Lanez headed to the clink. The British royal family getting dragged daily, globally whitewash reputation up in flames. Drake lost $1 million on the World Cup bet. What in the hell? No weapon formed against Meghan shall prosper. Shag Semen, Happy Kwanzaa, and Merry Christmas, Hadi. Oh my God, I'm so good with people. Bad character being caught with 2 men who think they are alpha celebrity wannabe and don't live in the real world. I'm good. Oh my God, I just wanted to share that video with you. There's one video while I was looking for this. When I come across this video, I saw this where karma is working. Someone just posted that. Let me get it out of the way.